everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we're back for another brand new video. Today's video, as you can tell by that deliciously clickbaity title, we are here for some Rangers versus Villarreal predictions. I should actually say Villarreal Rangers predictions as they are technically at home, but I'll probably edit that out. If not, subscribe. Shout out to all the new subscribers in the last couple of days, making that final push towards 21k, by the way. Greatly appreciate you. We're almost there. Let's continue to batter down that door, but I'm honestly buzzing for this. I've made so many prediction videos, I think in total around about 45 prediction videos in the last year and a half, but this, I can honestly say from the bottom of my heart, is it here? Last time they were like slaughtering me in the comments. I can honestly say from the bottom of my heart, this is the most excited that I have ever been to do a video. The big European games are back, so let's just jump into it, shall we? 3, 2, 1. Villarreal versus Rangers. The kickoff time, by the way, 5:55. Nice touch. In today's prediction video, I'm going to give you a wee bit of Rangers news in terms of the lineup, their team, who's suspended, who's injured, all that cool stuff, and give you a wee bit of insight into Villarreal themselves. Start off with the famous though. We're going to talk about some people that is going to be missing out, unfortunately, and I think this is a massive blow. Ryan Jack will not be playing in the game. Ijaya will not be playing in the game, and Gareth McAuley is also injured. No disrespect to Gareth McAuley, I think the two names that I mentioned first by Jack and Ijaya will be massive blows for Rangers. I think personally if Jack and Koulibaly was playing, I'd feel a lot more safer about that midfield because that is just the combination of dreams. And Ijaya's been a wee bit hit and miss some games, but I think the last 4 or 5 games and the last couple of games in Europe especially, he's really stood out. And maybe not necessarily start this game as away from home, but completely unavailable, so they'll not be coming on from the bench. Either one of those, I think that's a bit of a blow. And unfortunately, the bad news continues. John Flanagan's obviously suspended after his red card versus and Alfredo Morelos, the Colombian soldier, is also suspended. So that's 5 players in general that's actually going to be missing the game, but I think 4 of them, especially being first team players, is a massive blow to Rangers. Anthony, I want your reaction to that. How do you feel about the injury news? How do you feel about the suspensions? What's your overall thoughts? Who can fill those gaps? Obviously, it's already been mentioned that Kyle Lafferty, the man who's 7 foot and he plays the flute, will be leading the line against Villarreal. It's an interesting one. This is obviously throwing Kyle Lafferty right into the fire. A lot of people, I've seen it on discussions, a lot of the people, it's like or retweet for Lafferty or Morelos, blah blah, just there, Paul. Okay, and the majority of these likes, retweets thing have been actually leading towards Kyle Lafferty, so there's a lot of belief in Kyle Lafferty. And I tell you, sorry, if he bangs a goal, that's going to be an interesting question to see who's our number 9 throughout the entire season, on. But it isn't all doom and gloom on the injury front. We have a bit of good news in terms of a player recovering from their injury, and that's going to be none other than Graham Dorrans himself. Mr. GD is back in the squad, has travelled to Spain, and he may get some game time. Me personally, I think it's just still too early, especially considering he's not played any minutes at all. I think this would be throwing him into the fire, so I certainly wouldn't be starting him, but he's there from the bench if we need that bit of class and technique, which obviously Graham Dorrans has. Jump on over now and focusing on Villarreal. Now, there was a couple of questions about Carlos Bacca to see if he'd be fit enough to play. Obviously, he came off in the more recent league game where everyone was like, oh, is he going to be missing? Is he going to be missing? Unfortunately not. Looks like he's going to be playing. And also, Carlos Bacca has actually had an interview about this game and has talked about Alfredo Morelos pretty much being the key player for Rangers, and having spoken to him and knowing he's not going to be playing in the game, knowing that he's going to be suspended, he actually said that was a massive boost to Villarreal, as Morelos is a hard-working player and that would have made it tough on their defender. So you can clearly see there another international classy striker giving the praise to Alfredo Morelos and obviously singling him out as a key man. But Morelos is going to be missing. Maybe you've never heard of the man who's 7 foot who plays the flute, Bacca, but it'll be there tomorrow. And before we speak about Steven Gerrard's opinion on Rangers in this Europa League qualifying and what can they expect, what is their mindset, I just want to quickly say that Santi Cazorla will be fit enough to play, and Gerrard has obviously singled him out as Villarreal's key man, so that's a bit of a blow for us. So it looks like they've got all their best players, they're all fit, they're all healthy. There's been a lot of talk about Moreno, who's obviously their attacking winger. He's maybe not been lighting up in terms of goals, but apparently on the Villarreal side, he is one of the men to watch, and Barisic is going to be in for a tough tie. But I believe in the big Croatian to get stuck in about it. Now over to Steven Gerrard himself. Now Gerrard's obviously spoke about the mindset and the mentality of Rangers going into this group, because let's be fair, we're underdogs, okay? As much as we want to just come out here and say, oh, Rangers are the best team in this, we're up there, we are underdogs in the entire group. But Gerrard says they've embraced that underdog attitude, and that's not actually a bad thing, because that can actually spur a team on. You go back and look at American football, Eagles throughout the entire season was underdogs. They were disrespected, they weren't good enough, blah blah blah. They took that mentality, they turned it into a positive, and they really stuck together as a group to show everyone else wrong, and that inspired them to win obviously the Super Bowl. Now, am I saying that Gerrard's going to use this mindset to the players to go ahead and win the Europa League? No. Maybe though. Think about it. But what Gerrard has actually came out to say is we're not here just to make up the numbers. There's a quiet confidence within the dressing room that they can go ahead and make things happen. They deserve to be in the Europa League. They believe in their own ability, and they're not just here to just get pumped off everyone. They're here to put up a fight, and I absolutely love that. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give my prediction now on the video. You ready? 3, 2, 1. I believe it's going to end 1-1. And that's me going with the more positive side of things. Maybe the blue tinted glasses, as I sometimes get in the comment section below. But I believe that Rangers know how to defend when they need to. And I don't know, this Villarreal team's been a bit hit or miss. I know there's a bit of a difference between individual players in the squad in terms of quality, but as a team, they're not really firing on all cylinders, and I think Rangers as a unit just now are, and I think it's a team game, so I think the better the team is, they can go ahead and trump better individuals. And I think this team mentality of Rangers Football Club just now, under Steven Gerrard, them all willing to fight for each other, they can understand how they're missing players, that's going to rally them on, and I believe it's going to be a very, very professional 1-1. And yeah, that's how I got to that conclusion anyway, being positive, which I think a 1-1 draw would be a tremendous result considering how many players are obviously injured and suspended from the first team. But that is my opinion. What is yours? Make sure you let me know in the comment section below. That'd be absolutely amazing. That is why we do the prediction videos, to see everyone else's opinion on it. We're about to jump over to people's opinion, but before we do that, it's time for a sponsor break. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the one before the big European game, so let's grab our refreshments. 3, 2, 1, sponsor break. Transition. Now, that's the same mandarinade that's been there for 14 days now, right? And to be honest with you, it's vile. It's like drinking acid. I've got a can of iron brew here, which I plan to wash the cup out and put this in. I've not done it. If I didn't upload this video, you'll know why. It was this. The mandarinade finally got to me. So over to Twitter then, as you can imagine, the response have been absolutely amazing. There's still 20 minutes left in this poll and there's 965 votes. That is a light target to beat. Can we get back to that? Let's go back on the European games before we've hit over that 1k mark. There's been so much positivity, and I'm not saying that's contributing to the results, but do you want to jinx it? That's where we're at the channel now. I'm starting to bribe people with likes to win. It all makes sense. Think about it. 965 votes, as I did previously mention. We've got the 3 sort of people on the poll. Ah, that caught me. That caught me there. 1 second. Compose yourself. Villarreal, the draw, or Rangers. Villarreal's only got 30% of the vote. 27% voted for a draw, but 59% of the people votes for a Rangers win, which I like very much. So, Paul it says, happiness is gone. I think we'll sneak a 1-0. Trust me on this. I'm your dad's favourite thing on your channel. Sam at SamJ Snedden 1872 says 8-0 Rangers. Wallace. Oh, let's just stop it there, okay? Just no. Not in the big game, alright? I'm not doing the Wallace thing today. Susanna at the Footy Fan says let's go with some confidence. 2-1 Rangers. Candace and Tav with the goals. Ewan John says well win. George Brown says 2-1 to the famous with Koulibaly and Lafferty to score. Non-offensive Mandarin Bear says well win. Halliday last minute goal. Now I can't tell if this is like a troll anymore, because Halliday's playing well. Do you think Halliday's going to play? That's actually a really good question. I want the people to tell me in the comment section below. Would you play Halliday for this game? Jai Kirk says 2-1 Lafferty and Koulibaly. There's a couple of shouts for that already. Scott at SB1872 CO says be great to get a result. Though they have a few really good players, we still haven't won away in Europe. Still think we'll win though. And that's very true indeed. That is why I'm going for the draw. Believe in me, alright? I've got a wee bit of magic in these fingers, alright? I can feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. There's magic there. Ian McDougall says, I genuinely believe we can get a result. I think a cheeky 2-1 well win is on the cards with Koulibaly and Katic with the goals. Billy Kay says, I would take a 1-1 draw any day. This could be a big win since their starts are win, loss, draw, loss, win, loss. They've just beat Ligue 1 in the league. They're 20th, by the way. 1-0 about the 70th minute. 4th of August, they lost 2-1 against Wolves in Wolverhampton. Wouldn't be too surprised with a 3-0 win for Rangers. Okay. Callum Stewart goes with a 0-0. And the last 3 or 4 that I want to read out comes from Colin at Draven Z. Says 2-1 to the famous. Lafferty and Goldson to score. At Tav with the assist of both. Robbie at Robbie RFC21 says 1-0. Halliday with a 35-yarder. Andy Kerr goes 2-0 to the famous. And the last one I'll read out, just to make it fair, will come from OJ at OJB_97. He says 3-0, the Destroyer with a hat-trick. So you've heard the people's opinion, you've heard my opinion, and also if you could give me some feedback in the comments and with the prediction videos, because instead of just hitting you with my prediction right away and jumping straight to the people's opinion, I'm trying to provide a bit more insight in the players, the injury record stuff. Do you like that type of thing, or do you want me to just jump straight into the prediction and get to the people's opinion? Again, this is your channel as much as mine, so take control of it and let me know in the comment section below. I've been TJ Novo92, thank you so much for watching, and bye.